Am I the asshole for telling my friend I don't want to end up like her after she told me to lower my standards? I, 22F, met Rachel, 23F, 3 years ago in university, and we became friends. For context, I have never dated before and I am okay with that. I don't purposefully seek out relationship and I am comfortable being by myself. I have a few close friends and this is enough for me. In contrast, Rachel has had a lot of boyfriends and doesn't like to be single, her words. She met her husband, Max, 2 years ago in one of the uni classes, and they quickly began dating. He isn't the most pleasant guy to be around emo, and they had quite a few big arguments during the relationship. He even tried to flirt with me, and I told Rachel about it, but she dismissed it saying he was probably just trying to butter me up so I help him with homework. He has told some sexist jokes in the past too. Whenever they fought, I always told Rachel she deserves better and to break up with him, but in the end they always made up. He proposed to her after 1 year, and they got married 4 months ago. However, after they moved in together, in the flat that Rachel's parents pay the rent for, Max became even worse. He never helps out with cleaning or cooking, doesn't really take Rachel out on dates anymore, and whenever she tries to talk to him about it, Max tells her to stop complaining about wife's duties. So, a few days ago Rachel asked me if I would like to go on a date with one of her friends from high school who is single and is looking for a relationship. I've never been on a date before, so I agreed out of curiosity. We went to a nice restaurant. The guy never asked me a single question about myself back, and after I got tired of coming up with questions about him, we just sat the rest of the meal in awkward silence. We split the bill, and after he walked me to the subway station, he tried to kiss me. I declined as politely as I could and went home. The next day I met up with Rachel. Apparently she's already heard about how the date went from her friend. She asked me why I rejected him. I told her the reasons I mentioned before, and that I didn't really like the guy. Then she rolled her eyes and said that I need to lower my standards because I'm honestly not that attractive, that I blew maybe my only chance to date, and if I continue like that I'll end up forever alone. Even though she knows I'm fine without a relationship. Also I'm not insecure about my appearance, but hearing my friend say that about me hurt. I got angry and said, better to be forever alone than end up like you, with a husband that doesn't respect me. She started crying and said that I'm being rude when she's just trying to look out for me, and then left. We haven't texted or spoken since. Honestly, I'm not sure if I want to salvage this friendship after finding out this is how Rachel felt about me all this time. However, I feel guilty for saying this to her when I knew it was a sore spot, and also for kinda blaming her for the fact that her husband is awful. So, am I the asshole in this situation? Not the asshole. I don't even feel any reason to go into detail because you're so not the asshole it's like you're actually bootyhole just left the building. You can't poop now. That's how not the asshole you are. There is nothing to salvage. Friends treat each other with respect and not with snide remarks, passive aggression and gaslighting. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. She is in a toxic relationship and she knows it, and it's showing because she has taken on that toxicity and projecting it. She might be jealous of you as well, your confidence and self-worth. Don't get dragged down into the dirt. This isn't a friend. This a deeply damaged person with low self-esteem who wants to make you as miserable in a relationship as she is so that she can commiserate with you. Honestly, I'd slowly exit this friendship. Sometimes you outgrow your friends and need to leave them behind so they don't keep you there with them. Your friend wants you to be as miserable as her. No thanks. It's not about lowering your standards or expectations to have a connection with someone either. She can be a slave and be married to an asshole, you however don't have to be. How rude of her to say you're not that much of a catch and try and make you feel insecure about your appearance. I don't think this person is actually a good friend, or she would be saying you can do better than someone who doesn't show an interest. A little off topic, but I feel I need to say this in case you have not thought about it. Some people are vile and I honestly wouldn't put it past this friend to be telling her male friends she has a virgin friend and men to want to exploit that, so be careful about who you date if they're friends with her. Not the asshole. If she felt comfortable enough to be that rude to you, then she should be able to handle the backlash. If you're going to comment and make judgments about other people's choice, then you open your life to criticism too. It's not a one-way street. And sometimes people need a slap in the face to realize the shit they put up with is not normal or desirable by other people. Am I the asshole for not inviting my neighbor's autistic 8-yo to my 2-yo son's toddler party? My son has just had his 2nd birthday and we had a party for his friends from playgroup. My neighbor messaged me after the party saying, the cherry on the cake to all the shit going on in her life was that I didn't invite her autistic 8-year-old son to his toddler party. She's made me feel really guilty, like I'm the reason for her upset. Her son is non-verbal and smacks himself in the face if overstimulated. I didn't invite as it was a toddler party with only 5 to 3-year-olds. My living room isn't very big and I know her son is sensitive to loud noises and thought with all the screaming and fighting it wouldn't be a good idea. He also has to blow out candles even if it's not his birthday, which, in my opinion, isn't fair and would take focus off my boy. He doesn't share toys and, in previous experiences, not even let my son play with his own toys in his own home. And even though the other children were fighting over toys, the parents, including myself, were stopping snatching and enforcing sharing, even if it caused a tantrum. I am getting mixed reviews from people around me and I still personally didn't think it would be a good idea, but she's made me feel like I was wrong for it. Not the asshole, her child is 8. Your child is 2. Her child does not do well with a lot of commotion. You had a party for 2 years, who were loud and noisy. Her child does not share, which would not be good in a group of 2-year-olds. I am not sure why she expected her child to be invited to your child's party, when she knows, that age aside, it would not be a good environment for her child. I would just tell her, sorry, but it was a party for my 2-year-old and a few of his playmates. Not sure why you thought I would invite your 8-year-old child to a 2-year-old child's party. Not the asshole, but if you feel this bad over something this innocent, then you need to check your people-pleasing and enmeshment habits before you drive yourself crazy. Not the asshole. It would be weird to invite an 8-year-old to a toddler's party unless it was the older sibling of a toddler. It would have been massively weird to invite him. The party was for kids of a certain age from a certain playgroup. He is neither in that playgroup or the age bracket. He isn't close to the same size and of the 2-yo physical size. It's a 2-year-old party. It has no bearing on your life or your kid. Don't make your issues and hardships my problem and don't rain on our parade because you need an outlet for your frustrations. His autism has nothing to do with it. We didn't exclude him because you never were in consideration. Harsh but true. It's a modest birthday party, not a charity event or the social gathering of the season. Not the asshole. You had a party with toddlers from playgroup as guests. Your neighbor's son is neither a toddler nor from playgroup. If you had a family party you wouldn't invite the neighbor's son either because he's not family. Children don't have to be invited to a party just because they happen to be near where the party is held. If your son was around 8 and you had a party with neighborhood kids as guests, she might have a point about her son being excluded. Although he unfortunately sounds difficult to include, but there's no reason to invite an 8-year-old neighbor to a toddler party with children from a different group. Would I be the asshole for not going on a bachelorette trip to a water park because I'm overweight? I, F25, am a bridesmaid in the wedding of a good friend, F27, this fall. She had us all planned to be free the first weekend of August for her bachelorette party, promising we'd do something fun but lower cost, relative to the crazy destination bachelorettes people plan these days. This weekend, she and her maid of honor sent out what they decided on for the trip, which was to spend the night at an indoor water park resort. They wanted us 12 girls to get 6 rooms, 2 in each, for one night, spending 2 days there total. As soon as I saw the message in the group chat, I knew the trip wouldn't be fun for me due to my size. I am about 5 feet 7 inches and 270 pounds, and the maximum weight for a single rider on the majority of slides is 250. There are a few 300-pound maximums, or 2-person rides with 400-pound maximums, but the idea of standing in my bathing suit, being weighed to make sure I can go, makes me uncomfortable. I know I'm overweight and need to lose some, but insecurity isn't the main thing holding me back. I'd happily go on a beach vacation and rock a bathing suit the whole time. It's the combination of the bathing suit, weigh-ins, and fact that I am too big to participate in many of the rides that makes it seem not fun to me. Because I couldn't do the same things as all the other girls, there are a few heavier girls in the party, but I'm by far the biggest and I think the only one who exceeds 250 pounds. I think it would leave me feeling bad all weekend instead of upbeat and excited for the bride. I told my friend politely that I didn't think I would be attending, and she got very upset, saying that she asked us to reserve the weekend months in advance and that she worked hard to keep costs down. I told her that I agree and appreciate all of that, but that I don't think I'd be a ton of fun on this particular trip. She pushed, and when I elaborated, she said that I could float in the lazy river, hot tub, or swim in a standard pool or drink at the bar while the other girls rode slides, and that I shouldn't let my weight hold me back, especially from something so important to her. I still feel like it would be uncomfortable and a waste of money for me, as I wouldn't truly be able to have the same experience. Would I be the asshole for not going? No assholes here. I understand that it's uncool to have to wait while the others can have fun on the slides. But I think, maybe it's not that much time? It's hard to believe they're gone slide for hours and 2 days long. If I'm there with friends, it's a bit slides, not always everybody, and just more like swimming, playing, talking and bar. Plus in the evening, there are no slides. Just the group having food, drinks and fun. I think it could be fun. It's up to you. You are the asshole. She's right, there are plenty of things you could do and would avoid awkward weigh-ins. I personally hate water parks and slides. I would still go and wait around for the rest of the group while they did things I don't want to. Tell everyone you're afraid of slides, to avoid the embarrassment, then go and be there for your friend. Water park is only half of the celebration. There will be dinner, games, hanging out, etc. Unless you're going to have a full-on panic attack and ruin the event for the whole group, you should go for your friend. You being overweight and not able to do some slides sucks, but it's not about you. You can still go, enjoy slides, the lazy river, the hot tube, the pool and any other moment not in the water park with all the bachelorette party. I can assure you, you won't be the only one not doing only slides. You're a bridesmaid and want to exclude yourself from a wedding bonding time? Don't be surprised if she changes her mind after that, and if your decision impacts negatively your friendship with the bride, you are the asshole. Sorry, but you are the asshole. She's right that there are things you can do that don't involve being weighed in public, which I agree would be humiliating. The lazy river would be fun, and I'm sure there are hanging out times too. You are the asshole. You said in your post it's not about the bathing suit, it's about the slides. The bride is not expecting you to participate in anything you don't want to. These types of parties are not a group vacation that are equally about all participants. They are about celebrating the bride. Sucking some stuff up is part of being a bridesmaid. You can have plenty of fun at the water park. I am overweight. I don't go on most of the slides. I mainly vibe in the wave pool and float in the lazy river, and I love it. You can enjoy yourself if you chose. You should go because the weekend is not about you. It's about the bride and just having some girl fun. You can certainly have fun. Don't let your weight keep you on the sideline. Am I the asshole for telling our parents my brother had a child outside of his marriage? For years my brother has been trying to go into business with my husband. It hasn't worked out for various reasons, but he finally had an idea that my husband thought would be successful. The thing is, before my husband goes into business with anyone, he does an extensive background check on them. I'm not sure if he made my brother aware he was going to do a check or not, but it's how he found out that my brother has a daughter outside of his marriage. I had no idea this child existed, and my husband warned me I shouldn't say anything, but I couldn't just not tell my parents, so I told them a few days ago. They were as shocked as me, as they also had no idea she existed, and they immediately confronted my brother about it. Turns out his wife is fully aware, but said she would leave if he tried to include his daughter in the family, which is why neither one of them told any of us about her. My parents want to meet her and include her in our family, but my sister-in-law is threatening to leave if that happens, so my brother won't give them her mother's contact information. They want my husband to find out for them, but he's refusing to get involved, so everything's a shit show right now. I personally want to meet my niece, so I've told my husband if he doesn't give me the information, I'll ask the friend he uses for background checks myself, which has caused multiple fights between us. My brother hates me right now and is blaming me for his potential divorce, but I don't think it's fair, as I didn't know my parents would immediately confront him. I did ask them not to. Am I the asshole? You are the asshole. You're old enough to be married, and when you found out about your brother's child you ran to your parents. The only one you should have gone to, unless you didn't want to go to anyone, would be your brother, who is also an adult. My husband warned me I shouldn't say anything, but I couldn't just not tell my parents, so I told them, so you can't say you weren't warned. My brother hates me right now and is blaming me for his potential divorce, but I don't think it's fair, as I didn't know my parents would immediately confront him. I did ask them not to. You mean just like your husband told you not to? You are the asshole for not talking this through with your husband and keeping his confidence, but instead making a unilateral decision. Your husband respected you as his wife and told you. He's not the asshole. Your brother is the asshole for putting him in that position to start with, and everyone else for that matter. I understand what a heartache this is for you, but be careful and work with your hubby, not against him, lest you find your own marriage in trouble. Your brother caused this mess by being an asshole to his daughter. His wife is making it even worse, and you are the asshole for ignoring your husband when they cautioned you against tapping the cracks in the dam. It's easy to just not tell your parents. Just don't tell them. You just couldn't resist the gossip, though, could you? Did you even let your brother know that you were about to unleash the hounds on him before you did it? You are the asshole. I didn't know my parents would immediately confront him. Seriously? My husband warned me I shouldn't say anything, but I couldn't just not tell my parents, so I told them a few days ago. Like, come on. Let's not pretend we are down some shocking path. It is what it is, but the fact that you're threatening to go around your husband, and this has all happened relatively quickly, proves you're not thinking reasonable but going on understandable emotions, but really think of the harm y'all might cause by trying to rush and meet. Patience is a virtue here. What kind of tattletale behavior is this? Why not talk to your brother first? On top of that, you broke your husband's confidence and trust. You are the asshole. Wait, so your husband asked you not to say anything, and you almost immediately did. Yet somehow you expected your parents wouldn't say anything since you asked them not to? Sounds like a family of blabbermouths.